What is up, everybody? It is me, DevilNeverCry, and in today's video I want to talk about NieR Replicant version 1.22 something something, or as it's more colloquially known as NieR Remastered or NieR Remade. Everybody knows what I'm talking about in regards to this. It was shown off at TGS recently. It was announced a little while back. It is essentially a remake of the original NieR. Now, it should come as no surprise to anybody that I'm a fan of NieR. You know, 80% of my videos have NieR music in them. The music you hear at the end of the videos, which a lot of people have asked me about, is a track from the original NieR titled Grandma. The original game had dropped back in 2010. It didn't do so well critically. You know, I think it was almost critically panned, or it was deemed mediocre, I think, by a lot of people. And sales-wise, it wasn't doing too hot, but it was a cult classic. I picked this up in 2015. You know, I was at a bit of a lull in the games I was playing. I wasn't really playing much on PS4, obviously current gen at the time. And so I trawled online and just seen, what are some must-play games to play, as you do. And speaking to friends as well, through word of mouth, they all recommended NieR. And so I thought, why not? What is the worst that could happen? Picked it up for dirt cheap and I gave it a go. I was met with a game that was insulting for the eyes and super jank to play through, but nonetheless, the game charmed me and I persevered and I endured through it all, and I came out the end of it thoroughly glad that I had played this game. Now, I had attempted to platinum this game. I think I got somewhere like 70%, 77, 80% looking at my trophies here, and then I never went back to it. But part of me was kind of sad that a game like this, which was so out of the ordinary, so charming despite all of its obvious flaws, was most likely not going to get a sequel, considering that, it didn't review well and didn't sell well at the time. So lo and behold, back in I think 2016, or maybe it was the tail end of the start of 2017, when NieR Automata, aka a sequel, was announced, I was ecstatic and over the moon, especially when they had addressed some of the issues with the original NieR, specifically the gameplay, where they brought in Platinum Games to kind of spice up the gameplay and just make the whole package feel more complete and more in line with a higher standard of quality. And though I enjoyed my time with NieR Automata, and though it's a better game from a lot of angles and a lot of perspectives, part of me still prefers the original. And so when a full remake was announced of the original NieR, where not only would it be getting a graphical overhaul but a gameplay overhaul, I was absolutely over the moon at the fact that this was in fact a thing, and that the original game would essentially be done justice in regards to the gameplay, in regards to the graphics, in regards to the entire game as a package. A lot of sentiment I hear with people who started with NieR Automata is that they find it incredibly hard to go back and play the original NieR, just because it's a far cry from Automata in regards to how the game plays and how it looks. But I'm hoping people do give it more of a chance now that it's getting an overhaul and it's going to be more in line with Automata and just modern day action games in general. And it's been quite a while since I've played the original. Looking at my trophies, the last time again I touched it was back in 2015. That's mainly because I just haven't had access to my PS3. If I did, 100% I'd go back and play the game. A lot of the times when playing, I just used to ambulantly stand next to a peculiar character with red hair. Used to sit and sing and play the guitar, which a lot of you probably know exactly who I'm talking about. And I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that this game probably has one of my favorite soundtracks for a video game of all time, which again is probably a sentiment shared by a lot of people online. The NieR series is known for its stellar music as well as its stellar storytelling. One thing I do find rather interesting is the fact that they decided to remake the Replicant version of the game. Perhaps that's the one that is deemed canon now. For those of you who don't know, there were technically two versions of NieR. The western side of the world got NieR Gestalt, whereas the eastern side, and I think most regions of Asia, got the Replicant version. In the Gestalt version, you played as the father to one of the main characters, whereas in the Replicant version you played as the brother to one of the main characters, if that makes sense. The background, or the backstory, I guess you could say, for the characters was obviously slightly altered to fit the characters and who they are and their age essentially. But I've always played the Gestalt version, so I'm interested in seeing if there are any major differences with the Replicant version. To my knowledge and from what I've read up, there isn't a major difference, but I guess seeing it play out on screen might be different. But getting back on topic, of course, we got a new trailer at TGS, and we got to see some of the locales revamped in this new graphical system. We got to hear some very, very familiar music, and we got a release date of the 23rd of April next year. I'm of course going to be there day one. I'm super looking forward to this. In fact, maybe I'll go and try and find my old PS3, hunt down my old copy of the game, and experience the original one last time before I get to play the remake. But let me know down in the comments below. Are you a fan of NieR? Are you not a fan of NieR? Do you find it too jank, too boring? Or are you just a fan of Automata? Are you a fan of 2B? I know a lot of people, for a lot of nefarious reasons, are a fan of Automata in the series, specifically because of 2B and perhaps 9S. But that is going to bring us to the end of this video. It has been me, DevilNeverCry. I'd like to thank all of you for watching, and as always, I'll see you all next video.